Since 1968, Cambridge Audio has always been known for great value hi-fi products, and we were lucky enough to get our hands on a pre-production model of a new entry-level integrated amp, the AXA35. The focus on today's review is this brand new integrated amp, which is perfect for any person who wants to assemble a great sounding hi-fi system without breaking the bank. The AXA35 is part of an entirely new lineup from Cambridge Audio called the AX series. The AX series will replace the very successful Topaz line of products. Since Topaz's introduction many years ago, Cambridge has come out with CX and Edge models above the Topaz range. AX takes much of the engineering they learned when designing CX and Edge and puts it into an incredibly affordable package. The first thing that struck us about the AXA35 was how clean it looked. It is the standard audio component size and width at just over 17 inches and is about 3 inches tall. We love the brushed light metal front panel with its rounded corners and very clean display. Cambridge Audio continues to amaze us at how well their products are put together. All of the buttons feel solid, the volume control knob is perfectly centered with zero play, and the chassis fits perfectly. The front panel has a curved piece on the bottom that helps to isolate the chassis and gives the unit a look like it's floating on your shelf. We feel as if this integrated amp could be priced at 5 times what it is, and it looks like it. The design also enables you to start using the unit without having to read a manual. Everything is well laid out and easy to understand. The connections on the rear panel are solid, and rather than cheap push-pin speaker connections, you get real binding posts for a solid and tight speaker cable fit. All in all, it is what we have come to expect from Cambridge Audio. Every time they come out with something new, they exceed all our expectations. There are 4 analog inputs on the rear and a mini analog audio input on the front. You also get a full-size headphone jack on the front panel. A great surprise is the inclusion of a phono stage for moving magnet cartridges. The new Cambridge Audio Solo phono preamp is one of our favorites, and it's clear some of the tech from the Solo filtered into the AXA35. With the huge increase in vinyl sales and people putting together simple analog audio systems, Cambridge felt leaving off digital inputs will allow them to keep the AXA35 price well below $400. As usual, we popped the cover off even before listening and found a beautifully laid out integrated amp. One side has a very large and heavy toroidal transformer. The preamp section is on its own board, which connects directly into the rear panel jacks with no wiring. The power amp circuit board has large output devices mounted to a substantial heatsink. Wiring from there to the speaker banana plugs is heavy gauge speaker wire. Cambridge Audio rates the power on the AXA35 at 35 watts per channel, but when we look at how that amplifier section is made, we think it's one of the most conservative power ratings we have ever seen. After popping back on the cover, we were very anxious to hear how this little integrated amp performed. We were actually so excited to get it playing some tunes to test out that we opted for the first open spot in our store and plopped it down. Within the first few minutes of plugging it in, we knew the AXA35 was going to far exceed our expectations. It was able to drive some large tower speakers with ease. As we turned up the volume to a very loud level, there was no sense of strain or harshness at all, which is just astounding for a 35-watt, $350 integrated amp. When we turned down the volume, we noticed it had a very fine adjustment as we lowered it. Many inexpensive products have a problem when you lower the volume to very low levels. One channel will either be louder than the other, or one will drop out completely before the other one when you are close to that last bit getting to zero volume. The AXA35 was perfectly linear in both channels until they both went to zero. If you are putting together a 2-channel hi-fi audio system in the $1,000 to $2,000 price range, you should seriously consider the AXA35. Its great sound for the money will allow you to put a good percentage of your budget into your sources and speakers, which is always a great idea. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. On our channel, we review audio products from great brands all around the world. Thanks for watching.